Morning, beautiful people. Morning minutes with Novak, and I'm about to bring in Michael Bergio here as well to have a bit of a chin wag with all of us. This morning, what we're going to have a talk about is 24/7 versus 9 to 5. So between the two, it is contentious, and there's a really good argument for both. We're going to talk with you about the benefits in our business of what we do with 24/7, and then we're going to talk about the benefits of 9 to 5, juggling lifestyle, a life, a family, and stuff like that. So see you in the office soon. Okay, here he is, direct from Melbourne.
Morning, Mr. Novak. How are you?
Well, you're looking very Apple today. Yeah,
Very fresh, very fresh.
Yeah, you got your black shirt on like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, same shirt.
Hey, tell us about 24/7. How does it work for you?
Yeah, so I was just just that ethos of always being available, where I think it's a lot more inviting for the customer to know, because a lot of people are always conscious of people are busy and they don't want to call them or engage them at a time that's, I don't know, not available. You don't know what someone's working hours are. So whenever I see like a plumber or a landscaper available 24/7, I'm always thinking, good on them. They're always going to be inviting for the call. We don't expect them to be at their desk or on site 24/7, but more opening for that inquiry to come through is sort of how we operate as well. Always on the phone, always taking the call. There's no sort of set. We won't take a call after, say, 5:30 or 6 p.m. It's sort of how I feel about it.
Are we screwing ourselves? Do you reckon that like I know sometimes I've run promotions 24/7s, and I had comments from people saying, you know, mate, you're not effectively, you're working too hard. I guess what people are saying, like, it's, you've got your balances wrong. Get a life. Is pretty much a way of saying it. It's like, seriously. But my view on it is, it's just funny now, because I reckon it's actually, it definitely has brought balance to what I do, because before, if you're at kids sport on a Saturday, you couldn't operate. Do you know what I mean? So you were not effective at work, and you were not effective and you were there as a dad. Whereas I couldn't do it at all, kids sport. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now there's that potential where you can actually go out, watch a kid play sport, and take a call. You can sort of do, with technology and being available 24/7. I can do that, but it also means it's sort of blending lifestyle. That 24/7 thing, it's 9 to 5 was so rigid before, and 9 to 5 you could not. You couldn't, you would just work. That was it. Whereas now it's 24/7 with us, but I think it's also blended lifestyle into 9 to 5. Like, for instance, social media, you can actually do social stuff during business hours, and it's acceptable. It's weird.
Yeah, I think that's a good point as well, what you said. Like, you weren't able to sort of work outside the office previously, but you wouldn't have been able to be outside the office during work hours. So now you can sort of take the work with you, do a bit of social, like an event, but still be available for customers, consumers by working. So I sort of, it's almost like instead of, I'm trying to think of an analogy, because it's almost, I get the point. I think that blend is really good, and that being available.
And you were saying, like, it's the ethos of the person that's doing the 24/7. So when you see a plumber or a concreter or a real estate agent or a whatever offering 24/7 professional services, you sort of think to yourself, that guy's an animal. That's the one I want to employ.
Yeah, I reckon that shows. It's just like that convenience store that's always open. You just like, they just work hard. If I need something, I'm going to them. Be sort of the symbol.
What do you reckon is going to be 24/7 in the future? Fast.
I think everything's heading that way. I think operating hours for even retailers going there. You can shop online. I think we're heading in a direction that we'll be able to do nearly everything 24/7. I don't know if we'll be able to walk into a bank at midnight and deposit cash or withdraw, but I think a lot of services and everything will be available 24/7, from food to retail to professional services, accountants, lawyers, like even lawyers. That ethos of 9 till 5 is breaking. You're seeing a lot of really good lawyers, especially in the property market, be available on Saturday and Sunday, and at night time taking that call. So I think we're heading to a direction that there won't be any "I'm off the clock" attitude. It will just be always available, and lifestyles will really blend with that. So things that you normally wouldn't be doing when you're supposed to be at work, you'll be doing because that'll be a bit of family time or lifestyle, but then you're going to be working a lot later.
Is it a young person's
Where I see it
is it
going.
a young person's attitude and not an old person's attitude in terms of an offer of 24/7 service? So obviously there's two parts of 24/7. There's consuming that 24/7 service. And the second part is offering
Yeah,
that 24/7 service. But in terms of offering that 24/7, do you reckon that's, people that are bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, they offer that, and then when that's
100%.
yeah, right,
Yeah, yeah. It's the next sort of
hustle.
chain coming through. Like it's that new hustle. Because if you've got an old successful plumber, for example, and you want to break into that market, you need a point of difference. And being 24/7 out working, it's almost like the standard. If you're young trying to break into a market, you've got to have that hustle, be available and energetic. So I think it's just going to go through every trade, every service moving forward. Like look at some of the lawyers we know, especially freshwater, young, hungry, and works all the time. So I think that's that young, and the older people, they've already got a lot of their probably repeat clients. So they're either going to be content or they're going to have to adapt real quick.
So is 24/7 hustle?
Yeah, definitely.
So what's that saying that Tom Panel says?
Hustle beats talent when talent don't hustle.
Yeah. So you can get talented guys that have been operating in professional services for 30 years, but then they almost don't hustle.
Correct.
And then when they're not,
They're not available. Like you call them, say I'm booked for 7 days. You're like, not acceptable. You call the young guy and they're like, I'll be there tonight. I'll be there tomorrow.
yeah. Good message, great message.
Good message.
And I reckon it's one of the things that it's been an ethos built into all of us at Novak, and I think our customers definitely all benefit from it. And I definitely the staff benefit from it as well. Do you know what I mean? That attitude, because sometimes more the the guys that are been in the industry a long time that still to offer that 24/7 service, they do phenomenal results and
Yeah.
numbers for their clients. It's a big thing. So we've got to stay 24/7. We're going in that direction in all industries. It's basically a different way of hustle. You know what? I fucking expect shit like that. I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
I don't like how many times have you thought I got to wait till 9 o'clock to make the call? Whereas this day and age, that's less and less.
Yeah, like we're starting calls at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to clients, customers. I think we're heading in that direction. Anything else you want to add, Mark?
Bud, all good. 24/7
I think
at
we're good.
Novak, we never sleep. It'll
100%.
make
Alrighty,
you more money. See you, bud. See you, man.
See you,
Bye.
bye.